there. I wanted to chat with you for just a second about Riva and trying to get some duration on some of her behaviors. So she goes into a down. She's actually a little bit rusty, but I know she does a beautiful down. So going into that down, and then she has a tendency to pop right back up. So just giving her some treats as she's doing the behavior, as she's remaining in that stay. And then when you're finished, then you can click or in some way let her know the behavior is over. But in the meantime, when you're trying to build a stay, you at least want to let them know that they're on the right track by feeding them as they're doing it. So that's what we're going to do here. I actually don't have a clicker nearby, so I'm just going to get her over here and get adjusted. Hello. All right, girl. Here you go. Sit. Good. Down. Good. And I just see how she has a tendency to want to pop right back up. Here you go. Yes. So I'm going to start feeding her in position. And in the beginning, you can see I'm just basically shotgunning one right after another because she really wants to pop back up. So I'm just going to keep feeding her. Down. And then maybe holding my hand for a moment so that we're trying to build a little bit of duration between when she gets fed. Down. There comes the food. So I'm asking her to wait. Down. Down. So I'm asking her to wait, then comes the food. Then comes the food. And little by little, I'm going to ask her to hold it longer and longer. But as she becomes convinced that it's going to keep coming, and she's not so stressed out to finish the behavior, it helps her just kind of to hold into place. So she popped back up, and I'm going to just ask her to come back down. Stay. Ooh. Stay. So you can see I'm feeding about every, 3 seconds. But over time it'll become 5 seconds, 10. Yes, down. I need to lure her down also, and I would like to get to the point where I don't have to lure that. Good girl. So I'll start to use my fingers instead of actual food in my hand. Good girl. Now she's waiting quite a long time. Let's see if we can get to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good girl. 1, 2, 3. Too long. Down. Good. Whoop. Down. So fun. We're just going to have to practice this a little bit. So you can see it's a little bit of a challenge. Down. Good. Stay. Good girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good girl. And so that's mainly all I wanted you to see for this time, just how to build a little bit of duration. Good girl. Hi there, I wanted to talk to you about Riva and building some duration in some of her behaviors. She has it down, but you know how she pops right back up? So the way you might build that is when she goes into the down, give her some food, and you're feeding her on a pretty regular basis, but you're not going to click her to say the behavior is over until you're done. So all you're doing when you're feeding her is you're just basically giving her some encouragement and saying, yeah, you're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing. but the click implies that you're over, that she's done, and you don't want that until the very end. So that's what I want to show you here. We're just going to do some downs and practice building a little bit of duration. So I'll start with maybe counting to 3 and counting to 5 and to 7, and we'll see how we do. All right, see you in a sec. Let's set it up here. There's Miss Beautiful. Okay. Sit. Down. Good. So I'm going to feed her while she's here. You can see she was ready to pop up. So you can see I'm almost shotgunning treats. Just letting her know, ooh, good job, you're doing the right thing. Good girl. And now I'm going to start building a little bit of duration. So I might start counting in my mind. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good girl. 1, 2, 3. Yes, there's more. I dropped one. Of course she's got to go for it. Why not? Sit. Down. Down. Good girl. Stay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's try to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when I'm ready and she's done, then I'll go ahead and click her. Good job! All right! And then she gets the big treat. So that's kind of how you go about building a little bit of duration with your behaviors. All right, look forward to seeing you. Thanks. And since we're working on downs, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to get a little bit of latency out of the behavior. In other words, trying to get a little faster reaction. And really that comes by way of just quite a few practices and repetitive work, one right after another. So she starts to anticipate in the beginning. And then little by little, you'll start to see it happen faster and faster. So it becomes kind of a little game, how fast she can get it done, because your job then is to treat her as fast as you can. So it's kind of a little race. So anyway, let me put this down and we'll play a little bit. I'll show you what it might look like. Oh, hello. Let's get some sweets. So it's easy for her. Obviously, she knows this behavior, but it's all about latency, trying to get some super speedy behavior. So I'm going to ask her down. Yes! And as soon as her elbows hit the ground, I give her a snack. I'm trying to be fast. Now I'm going to move around, get her kind of excited like we're playing. Sit, down. Sit, down. Yes! And as soon as those elbows hit, she gets snacks. And we're kind of moving around, getting crazy, getting silly. Woo-woo! And then I'm going to ask her quickly, sit, down. Yes! There goes the food as soon as those elbows hit. So we're just goofing around, having some fun. Yes! Sit, down. Down. Yes! Good girl. Yes! Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, come on, girl. Sit. Down. Down. Yes. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Ready? Come here. Sit. Down. Down. Yes. Good girl. Very nice. We're still getting some latency. Take a little bit of work. Sit. Down. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Down. Good. Ready? Sit. Down. Yes. Good, good, good. And that's the fastest one so far. So you're really, again, you're just trying to make it a little bit fun, a little bit of a fun game, and you're kind of racing her to feed her. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. You don't want it always to be just this boring, sit down. It kind of becomes stale over time. So try to make it fun and silly and hopefully get a little more pep in there and a little faster bit of a down. All right, talk to you later.